I move that the rules of the House of Representatives for the first regular session of the 66th Idaho Legislature be suspended insofar as they conflict with the ability of a member of the House who has a physical impairment that places them at high risk for serious negative outcomes, such as permanent physical damage or death, if they were to contract COVID-19.
It was devastating that it's become so political and that there's such a divide, because for me it's very personal. It's not political. It's about my health and my safety. And I have a young daughter that I don't want to leave without a mom.
The pandemic is over by all means of data.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Moon.
And I'm Heather Scott.
And we're here to talk to you today about a grassroots project that we have become aware of and we fully support.
Fully support. It's going to be an amazing day on Saturday, March 6th, in my district, I know.
In March 6th, all around the state, actually. And at 10 a.m., people are going to be lighting up burn barrels to throw masks in.
It has been proven time and time again scientifically that children are not really carriers of this. They don't spread.
We're not meant to be co-equal branches of government. How easily that is forgotten. The main branch of government is actually the legislative body.
Any bill that makes it easier or more convenient for mothers to come out of the home and let somebody else raise their child, I just don't think that's a good direction for us to be going.
Number one book on their book list is A is for Activism. It's an ABC board book written and illustrated for the next generation of progressives, families who want their kids to grow up in a space that's unapologetic for activism, environmental justice, civil rights, LGBTQ rights. They forgot the plus, I think, and everything else that activists believe in and fight for. So, hey, it's on our Idaho website. Let's look through the rest of the book list. A picture book that invites white children and parents to become curious about racism and accept that it's real and cultivate justice. How about Being Misgendered? 10,000 Dresses for Marcus Ewert. How about Lila's Lunchbox? A Ramadan Story.
I could not sit here idly by while I feel that this body is about to make one of the gravest mistakes that I would have seen it make in my 8 years here, which would be to forego the $6 million that has been secured by our U.S. senators to provide early childhood education to children throughout the state. And as long as there is any last hope, I wanted to speak on this issue before we adjourn or recess or whatever it is we're going to do.
We have clubs that are popping up as activist clubs. Now that may not bother you, but let's play this out and see how it works in our high schools and say, is this really what we want? 2 years ago on our education committee, it was packed with kids who are part of the Planned Parenthood Club. I was kind of shocked, actually, and I know my colleagues were, to think that there was such a thing as a Planned Parenthood high school club. Other clubs that have arisen in Idaho are human rights clubs. Again, these are activist clubs. What else are we looking at that are looking to pop up and or have popped up throughout the United States? And what should we be concerned about popping up? BLM clubs. Now, you may not think that's, a big deal. Maybe it's not. But what are the activities going to be? Is that how you want the school represented?
Might be the shortest debate today, but I've never had a poor person offer me a job.
I am opposed to ballot initiatives. Ballot initiatives should be difficult.
Voting shouldn't be easy.
You have a female employee, she gets pregnant, can you fire her? You're a private business, you should be able to fire her.
I would not have done anything differently.
I dare everybody here to go knock on some doors and ask them what they think about a proposal that costs $380 million and gives $78 to the poor and $9,000 to the rich.
When you look at outcomes, virtually every law and policy that we maintain has a disparate and adverse impact on people of color. Housing, health, education, wealth, income. People of color always come out on the losing end. Always. And I don't think it's unfair to acknowledge it.
My concern with some of the debate I've heard is that what some seem to indicate in this body is that we'll go ahead and go along with these initiative processes, but I don't like them. Who cares? It's in the Constitution. It is a right of the people, clearly stated, unequivocal. It is constitutional, and it's their right to bring these initiatives.
Pining to live in the world of a 1950s sitcom will not prepare children and young adults for the challenges that they face in the 21st century.
I don't have time to teach critical race theory. Are you kidding me? I have to just prepare my content for the next day. This whole discussion on critical race theory coming into classrooms this year, that's nuts.
I've had no constituents send me any letters asking me to give tax cuts to the rich or to give income taxes, for that matter, a cut. With this kind of money, we could provide genuine property tax relief or pay off our override levies and provide real needed tax reform and relief for ordinary people in this state.
This is a year when teachers have worked harder than ever to keep our children in person when they could, online, blended classes. They did it, most of them without a raise and some of them with a cut in pay. And so instead of thanking them, this is a slap.
If we're trying to make a difference, it's interesting how few people out there who we are supposedly helping actually agree that they're going to get any help. So I think if we were spending 4 months on this, we could have done a better job.
People are suffering. I lost an elderly neighbor because they couldn't afford their property taxes. And we have to put our heads together for our citizens and our local governments to find real relief. This is a Band-Aid when we need a tourniquet.